reports coming in. Now, this is what we're given to understand. The AG informed the court that event management is done by RCB and that the security is also taken care of by them. So the Congress Sarkar is absolving itself, saying event management and security is all responsibility of RCB. High Court at that point did ask, did they approach for permission? So did RCB approach for permission? That's the question High Court put forward. And Arunil is with us on the broadcast. I believe the AG said that there were, there were a lot of people out there, huge crowd, and people came from all parts of the state, from outside the state as well. So as far as event management and security is concerned, the government has put the ball in RCB's court, saying RCB is responsible for all of it. Okay, I think we're trying to connect with Arunil. This is what we are given to understand is transpiring in the court at the moment. During the hearing, RCB took responsibility of security, event management done by RCB. So Congress government telling the court that when it comes to event management or when it comes to even security, it's all RCB's responsibility. They took care of security. So in a way saying that if you have to pin blame, it has to be on RCB. Arunil, if you can hear me, go ahead.
Well, that is right. Basically, the Advocate General is also saying that 1,483 officials related from the police department were present at the very location. 2.5 lakh people had gathered, clearly blaming the Royal Challengers Bangalore, saying that they basically put out a post saying that entry will be given out freely, and that is why so many people gathered at one location at the given point of time. Also pinning the blame on RCB, the Advocate General saying that the event was organized by Royal Challengers Bangalore, that is RCB, and the security at the event was also their responsibility. Again, blame game clearly continuing over here. More updates being put out by Neha, who's inside the courtroom. The Advocate General basically is also saying that it was RCB's decision to felicitate the players, and basically the state government had given them the requisite permission. We'll read out the updates that Neha is also putting out, and then accordingly we'll communicate to our viewers. Swati.
The government is putting the entire onus on RCB. The court did ask, did they approach the police? Did they ask for permission? And earlier, remember, Arunil, we broke this angle that the top sources of the police are saying that they spoke about challenges, but RCB decided to go ahead with the event. In a way, this is, this is something that is being corroborated by the stand that the government has taken in the court. But let's say that RCB was responsible for event management, for security. What were the politicians doing there? Endorsing the event.
Well, certainly, yes, Swati. In fact, the rich and mighty from the political brass of Karnataka, the top government brass, who are basically the ruling party, the Congress party, were there very much present at the event. DK Shivkumar could be seen, the Chief Minister also could be seen felicitating the players. In fact, since the time Royal Challengers Bangalore won the trophy, all the politicians from the Congress party, the ruling brass, basically they could be seen waving flags of Virat Kohli, waving placards and pamphlets of Virat Kohli as well as the other players. And here now, startlingly or astonishingly, the government, via their Advocate General, is putting all the onus and the responsibility on the franchisee now. That is the Royal Challengers Bangalore. What basically they are saying is that it was their event. The security was their responsibility. Also saying that it was RCB which put up a post saying that the tickets will be free for the fans, which led to many fans gathering over there, and then ultimately led to a chaotic situation as well.
Now, on that issue, Arunil, of putting the entire responsibility and onus on RCB for event management and for security as well, the advocate for the petitioner has stepped in, and that's the latest we are picking up, Arunil. Let's take a look at the, the flash that is put out by Neha. The petitioner's advocate says, what is the obligation? This is what we were discussing. What is the obligation to felicitate players who are not playing for the country? What are the steps or safety measures to control public? Who has taken the decision to felicitate the RCB players? So, putting the ball back in government's court, who decided to felicitate the players?
Well, that is right. And the petitioner's advocate is also saying, Swati, that only three gates were opened of the stadium without there being capacity to accommodate so many people. This is also an important detail that has been shared, that why only three gates were opened up, and three gates were not enough to accommodate so many people to enter the stadium. And several other details have also been asked by the petitioner's advocate over here. What was the need to basically felicitate players who are not from the country itself? Because this was an IPL victory of a franchisee, and annually such kind of events are held. Whenever other franchisees win, such kind of massive celebrations generally are not to be seen, and such kind of untoward incidents, particularly loss of lives, innocent lives, has never been seen during sporting celebrations in India. So this is what has been highlighted by the petitioner's advocate as well. With respect to what the Advocate General is saying, who represents the Karnataka government, it seems like the entire blame and responsibility has been pinned on the Royal Challengers Bangalore franchisee.
At the moment, inside the court as well, there's blame game which is happening. The government saying, the AG telling the court that event management is RCB's responsibility. They were managing the entire event. They were taking care of security. But then the petitioner's advocate steps in and says that what was the obligation of the state to felicitate players who were not playing for the country? What was, the decision making? What was the government doing in terms of safety measures? What measures were taken to ensure that safety and security of people is paramount? Those questions yet have to be answered. Well, the Karnataka High Court, Arunil, that's the latest, has taken cognizance of media reports on the Stampede as well. This is, of course, we are breaking down the details of the hearing as it is taking place, Arunil.
Well, that is right. Basically, the Karnataka High Court has taken cognizance of the media reports with response to the Stampede. Now, the advocate representing the petitioner, what exactly questions he's been asking? What he's been saying is like, what was the need to hold two felicitation ceremony? Remember, one felicitation ceremony was held at the Vidhan Sauda. Then after that, a grand ceremony was being organized at the Chinnaswamy Stadium as well. Why only three gates were allowed to be open? It was not enough. They were not enough to accommodate so many people. What is the obligation of the state to felicitate players who haven't played for the country or for the Karnataka state? Because again, I'll point out, this was an IPL victory. There were foreign players as well. Why such kind of a grand celebration wherein government politicians, basically politicians in power in the government, were also attending it? What kind of a show of strength they wanted to do? These kind of questions have been posed by the advocate representing the petitioner. Also saying that what kind of safety measures were being taken by the state. All these viable questions are being asked by the petitioner's advocate now. And also, this is an important update that Neha is sharing with us. Basically, it also says that the Karnataka High Court has issued notice to the governor seeking report of the entire incident. Beg your pardon, they have basically sought a report from the Karnataka government now on why exactly such kind of a stampede took place, who's responsible for these 11 innocent lives, as well as the 33 other injured people who are fighting for their lives in the hospital.
Absolutely.
So
let's see what is the government's response to the questions that have been posed on what was the obligation to felicitate players who were not playing for the state or the country, who took that decision. Let's see how the AG responds or the government responds to that. A very quick break. Arunil continues to be with us. The coverage continues on the other side as well.